Hello everyone, welcome to one another video. So how many of us we think that our feel drives our day, isn't it? Like you would have the best to-do list ready for yourself the day prior. Ki next day you would be doing so and so, you would have all your things set, you look totally tayyar, you look all geared up for hitting your to-do list, but when that day happens, due to whatever circumstances, you are not in that great mindset to accomplish that to-do list. And at the start of the day itself, you feel that you just don't feel like doing anything. मतलब आज का दिन बस कट जाए जैसे तैसे. You have no good vibes and good energy to go through whatever that you have written in your to-do list, and you are just sort of waiting कि आज का दिन बस खत्म हो जाए. So if this kind of feeling hits you, then stay on to the video, because I would be sharing with you a particular technique which I have discovered for myself, and it's working beautifully. I've been practicing it kind of from 6-7 months, and it's really working well. So listen to this video till end and apply this technique in your day-to-day life to know how can you turn your gloomy, out of control day back in control to yourself. Alright, so let's get started. What you need to do is you have to just give yourself an immediate next task that you can give. The immediate task that you can give to yourself, maybe just grab a sticky note and a pen, or maybe a notepad and a pen, and write down that one task that you can give to yourself and get started with that task. So it could be very basic. It could be something like clean your room. Okay, so I've written here clean your room. All you need to do is just write the immediate next step and get started with this task. So you do this particular task, you come back to your agenda, you come back to your sticky note or notepad, whatever it is that you have for yourself, and then write the next step that you can do. Alright, so after cleaning the room, maybe now you want to say freshen up. Okay, take bath, freshen up. That you have written that your next step is freshen up, take bath, okay, etc, etc. Now in your third step, write maybe have your coffee. So basically make coffee, have coffee. This is your third step. So if you really understand what I'm giving here is instructions to my brain to just do that immediate next activity, and you're doing it. Basically you're bringing that activity to life, and that's so you're planning just the next step and you're materializing that step. In this way, you're actually bringing what you're planning to life. You're actually making that thing happen. It could be as little as just drinking a water, one glass of water, one glass of warm water, cleaning your room, and it's happening in an order. So in your mind, you're kind of setting up a system which is helping you get your momentum back, and you would automatically, if you realize after your first 1 to 3 steps, you would automatically start feeling in control. So after all the initial morning tasks, now you must be feeling more in control, more calm down, and so now you can start giving yourself that immediate next step, which could be your work related. So maybe you would have written in your to-do list, and you can refer at this point of time. Again, you don't need to get pressurized if you still don't feel super ready for it. You can just give a little task. It could be maybe just reviewing a particular document, right? So that's your task, because here you're not getting immediately into a very intense activity, you're just going step by step. All right, so maybe just write down in your sticky note again that reviewing a document. Now this is getting you started with your work, but it's again not super intense. So it's kind of prepping your mind, at the same time not demanding too much from a mind which is not yet so ready for it, right? Alright, so after this task, you can again review yourself, review the way you're feeling, review your mind again, and based on that, give yourself the next task. If you feel more ready for a good intense activity, more intense task that you can take up, then just go ahead, give that yourself. So maybe it could be making a project plan and doing or creating a requirements document. Then just give yourself that task and get into it. Here the idea is you don't have to, so let me write down and get this on the to-do list. Prepare project plan and write requirements document. Okay, so in this way now you are gradually getting into a more productive activity, little more intense than, I would not say productive, but more intense activity than earlier, and we are gradually taking our mind to the next level. So if you get the drill, what I'm trying to explain you is you need to go step by step. You're just acting like a commander who is giving one command at a time. It is just like your computer where if you're into coding, you just give one line of code and you run that particular code and then give the next line of code. You're not running all the commands together. Exactly is what you need to do with your mind in this particular technique. You just need to give task by task and then progress from there. And it's by the end of the whole day, you would see that you are so much more in control. You would have accomplished so many things. It could be even your entire to-do list that you had prepared for yourself the day earlier, or it could be even more than that. So now, since you know and you got the idea of how you need to do that, few tips here is, after each command that you give and you finish that particular task and get back to your to-do list, ensure that you are reviewing how you feel and how you did that task, because based on that you can give what grade or what intensity of task you can give as the next one. So for example, if you have not done a particular task, like our first work task was review document, and you did review it, but you didn't review it that well, you were not feeling so focused. In that case, maybe just again take like 5 minutes, or maybe you can even just, it totally depends on how you're feeling on that particular day, because we are here to make a scattered and out of place day more in control, right? So what you need to do is just ensure that you analyze yourself well, you understand yourself well, and then take the step accordingly. So your idea should not be to jump on task after task, and it cannot be any random task. You have to just come back after each task, see how you're feeling, review that particular feel of your own self, and then decide what your next task has to be. Okay, so I hope this is clear. I hope it has made some sense to you, and I hope you would want to implement this technique. Do give it a try. It has worked really well for myself, because you are sort of governing your next hour, I would say next minute, and you're actually making things happen, because you're just thinking about that immediate next thing that you're supposed to do. So you in a way get worry off, you kind of shatter off all your worries of how to handle the whole bad day. Instead, you just focus on that immediate next thing that you're supposed to do. That way you get more calm, you get more focused gradually, and by the end of the day you would notice that you have done so much. Ensure that by the end of the day you are also giving yourself some workout or maybe meditation kind of tasks to get the day end well and in a right note, and in again a calm note. You can also review the entire work that you did, everything that you did that particular day, by giving yourself task by task, because that's what I do, and that kind of helps so much. Because if you think here, what you are doing for yourself is you are creating an order, and when there is an order in your mind, things work by itself in a wonderful way. It can actually create magic. So, and everything in life actually has to happen in an order. If you really think any machine, it works in a particular order. Step 1 has to happen, step 2 has to happen, and everything is interconnected. And that's how even our system internally is designed. We need to give ourselves the right commands, and those commands have to be in right order in place, so that you execute them in the right fashion, and at the end it accomplishes the overall objective what it's meant for. For example, if you have to make a painting, you get first a drawing board, you get your canvas ready, you have your tools ready, and so these are the various steps that you get in place first, and then start with the actual work of painting. And before even painting, you start your sketching first, you have your plan in mind. So each of these activity becomes the order in which it has to happen to achieve that overall objective. So I call this particular technique of order, and it does magic to any day. If you're in a great mood, then it can create wonders, it can create things that you would have not thought you would be able to do on that particular day. But if you apply this technique to a dull day, a not so happening day for yourself, it can turn that day into a very happening day by the end of it. So I hope you would have found it helpful. Do apply it and let me know how that works for you when you apply this technique. I would love to hear your results. And if you like this video, do hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing it, because I'm going to be coming up with more such interesting video. I'm more in the process of documenting my life and sharing with all of you. So join into this wagon, join the journey of World of Himali. And until I see you in the next video, do take great care of yourself. Bye bye.